The random jottings of Donald J. in Nelson in Pendle, Lancashire. It was a dark and eerie night in Burnley, and the streets were quiet. The only sounds were the faint rustling of the trees in the wind and the occasional hooting of an owl. The townsfolk knew that this was the perfect time for the ghostly woman in the horse-drawn carriage to make her appearance. Ghost legend had it that the woman was a former resident of Hufling Hall, a grand estate that had been abandoned for many years. She had died tragically in a carriage accident, and her spirit had been restless ever since. She would leave Hufling Hall in the dead of night and make her way to Towneley Hall, another grand estate on the other side of town. As the night wore on, a few brave souls gathered near Hufling Hall, hoping to catch a glimpse of the spectral carriage. They waited in anticipation, their hearts beating fast with excitement and fear. Suddenly, they heard the distant clip-clop of horses' hooves. The sound grew louder and louder until it was right in front of them. The horse-drawn carriage appeared out of nowhere, gliding silently down Hufling Lane. The carriage was a sight to behold. It was a vintage Victorian carriage, with intricate carvings and ornate details. The horses pulling it were majestic beasts, their black coats gleaming in the moonlight. But the most eerie thing of all was the woman inside the carriage. She was a pale and ghostly figure, her eyes fixed straight ahead, as if she were in a trance. Her long white gown billowed in the wind, and her hair was a tangled mess around her face. The townsfolk stood frozen in fear as the carriage passed by. They could feel the chill in the air, and some claimed to have heard the woman's ghostly whispers in their ears. As quickly as it had appeared, the carriage disappeared into the night, leaving the townsfolk shaken and unnerved. They knew that they had witnessed something otherworldly and would never forget the haunting manifestation of the horse-drawn carriage. By Donald J.